Live from the entertainment capitals of the world, it's Showbiz Today, the CNN Entertainment News Journal, with Bella Shaw in Hollywood and Lauren Sidney in New York. On the front page, Actors Equity reacts to pressure from some high-profile members today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Showbiz Today. Bella Shaw is off, and I'm Lauren Sidney on a replacement. And now on to today's profile. An irreplaceable part of movie history is the work of Vincent Price. But as Sherry Sylvester reports, there's much more to Price than acting.
Thrills didn't necessarily come from a mass murderer with power tools. Vincent Price's first motion picture contract was signed, his fate as a bad guy sealed, 52 years ago.
Oh, it felt wonderful to have $40,000 a year guaranteed. Can you believe that that was your salary then? That was a pretty good salary. Now it's $40,000 a minute.
His grandfather invented baking powder, Dr. Price's baking powder. His father was president of the National Candy Company. Mom taught the kids how to cook, something Price still enjoys today. But he studied art in school and even taught for a time before he became an actor.
Was acting a respectable thing to do back then compared to art?
No, neither of them were very respectable. No, my father was a very successful businessman, and I think he thought I was crazy, but I think he also thought that I was very serious about it. And fortunately, the first play that I got in was a huge hit, and that helps. You know, I was in the most distinguished play in New York, Victoria Regina with Helen Hayes, playing Prince Albert, on my first job.
I can flick a fly from my horse's ear without breaking the rhythm of his stride. You've seen me use my whip.
And Price's profession of choice gave him enough money to continue to support his hobby, collecting art.
You started collecting art when you were how, like 12 years old?
12 years old, yeah.
What's the first thing you collected?
I bought a Rembrandt etching for $37.50. Well, that's what they were in those days, but I had $5 down, and the dealer let me put $5 down about every 2 months. So the other day I started looking at my insurance, and I had a picture insured for $200, which is what I paid for it about 40 years ago. And suddenly I thought, my God, it must have appreciated a little bit. I found out that it was now worth about $900,000, so I took it off the wall, put it in the closet, and locked it up. There it's going to stay.
He says he doesn't have the cash to compete in the bidding war for art these days, but he does go on acting. 80s audiences saw him at the same table as Bette Davis and Lillian Gish in The Whales of August, and heard his voice on Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
This is my voice, and my brother had it too. I think it's something to do with St. Louis, Missouri.
His fans include a new generation of moviegoers and movie makers, among them the director of Batman and Beetlejuice, Tim Burton.
7 years ago, Tim was starting at Disney, and he was a cartoonist, animator. And he did a little sketch, a little scenario of boards called Vincent, about a little boy who wanted to play my kind of movies.
The little boy was the director himself who cast Price in his upcoming movie, Edward Scissorhands.
I was only 3 days on the set, but I suddenly realized how much I missed it.
And Vincent Price, at the tender age of 79, says he still feels a thrill each time he gives a scare on the screen.
Shut up.
Sherry Sylvester, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.
Still to come on Showbiz Today,